is Dr. Christy Ennis. Welcome to Follow Me Friday, where motion is lotion today for our whole lower body. And as you can see, you don't even need to get out of bed for these. In fact, you want to do these before you get out of bed because that's when we tend to be the tightest after we haven't been moving for a while. So you should feel really good to maybe even leap out of bed when you're done with these. Do you have a towel or a sheet or a strap handy for you? We're not using it yet, but you will use it eventually. So you're going to start with your feet together and your knees together, and you're going to let your knees drop off to one side just as far as is comfortable. They don't have to go all the way. We are doing 3 on each side, so you just can follow right along with me. We're starting out with some movement first because we haven't been moving, and so things get stuck together, and we want them to glide, and we want that fluid to move a little bit before we go into a stretch where we really just hold on to things. So we're going to go one more to the other side. And then we are doing another rotation here, but we're going to bring our feet a little wider. So go to the edge of a bed if you're on a single bed. Otherwise, get your feet a little bit wider than hip width. Again, you're going to drop those knees over. This time, if you can, you're going to press down on that outside leg to really start to stretch those hip flexors a little. Still moving here, right? Because we're still trying to loosen up a little bit. But same idea, we're going to do 3 on each side. My bed is creaky. That's 2. And you don't have to push down if it doesn't feel good for you to do that. But we're getting the rotation now into the hips, not just into the spine. And I tend to keep my Derma Edge actually right on my nightstand. And I will link that for you guys. But that's what I use to help loosen and get things gliding by adding that little scrape and flow with it. Okay, from here, you're going to bring your feet back a little bit. Hands are going to go down by your side, tuck a little bit into that pelvis if it feels comfortable on your back, and then we're going to lift those hips up. If you feel like, still kind of a little bit tight in this position, if you bring your heels together and turn your toes out, we're opening up that hip space a little bit more. So we're activating those glutes, which get a little sleepy when we've been sleepy, and we're also opening up in through the hip flexors and even in through those hip adductors, or those muscles that bring the hips in. So that's 3. We're going to do 5 of these. And again, all of these should feel really good. Don't forget that part. We're going to do 1 more. You're lifting as high as you can without pain, obviously, and without arching in through the spine either. Okay, from here, I'm going to grab behind my thigh and I'm going to bring this knee just right into the chest. Again, if you know that there are certain motions that just don't feel good or you are not supposed to do them because of any back or injuries, please don't do them. Not everything is for everybody, certainly. And again, we're just kind of holding and breathing here, stretching out kind of the glutes, even the back a little bit. From here, you're going to take this leg and you're going to try to straighten it up a little bit. Hopefully it will straighten a little bit, right? As opposed to just keeping it here. We're trying to stretch out the calf and even in through that hamstring a little bit as we go. If you're finding either with that first one or even this one that that's too much to bring your knee up, you can take that towel or that strap and go ahead and then help lift that knee up. Sometimes that helps a little. You can even wrap it around the ball of the foot if you need to try to extend that leg. I sometimes like adding a little bit of a foot push too. That's what we're going to do here. This helps to, loosen up that calf a little bit more as well as that hamstring. And we're just going to do 1 more like that. And then we're going to switch sides. So same idea, bring that knee up towards the chest as much as you comfortably can. Careful that you're not lifting or arching or tilting too much to try to bring that knee up further. This is just about 3 breaths here. And that's 1 more. And then straightening, again, gently into that leg, right? It's okay if it doesn't go all the way. And then adding that foot back and forth. Actually helps the plantar fascia too to loosen up a little bit. Another one of those things that tends to get really, really tight when we have been lying down or not moving. And we're going to get 2 more like that. You might feel this all the way up. Good. Okay, for this next one, you're going to shift over to the edge of your bed. So if you are sleeping with someone, knock them out of the way. You're going to keep one leg bent up. The opposite leg is actually going to dangle over the side. Careful that you don't arch your spine as you do this one. But now we're really getting a deeper stretch in through the front of that hip. If you need a little bit more, and again, it doesn't bother your back, you can bring that opposite knee in towards your chest and you're stretching that out even more. So same thing, you're holding for about 3 breaths. And then obviously you're gonna have to scooch to the other side of your bed in order to get the other side. If you are really tight, you may be just fine keeping that leg on the bed and you might still get a stretch in through the front of that leg too. I'm gonna switch right on over to that other side, move my band out of the way. Same idea, my butt's still on the bed, but I'm off to the side. And then bringing that knee in towards my chest. And you really wanna make sure you let that opposite leg dangle. Don't try to hold it there. Just let gravity do its thing. Again, should feel good, so don't put too much strain or stress on this. That was my last breath there. We've got one more with the strap or the towel. This time we're gonna come up into a seated position. I like to roll to my side first, and we're gonna get into that calf a little bit more. So if you take that strap or towel and place it around the ball of the foot, and all you're doing now is pulling right up, so you're bringing your toes towards you. And again, we're now right onto those kind of static holds after we've gotten things to move a little bit. 3 breaths here, 2. 1 more. And then switch it up. Same idea, pull back through that foot. Holding. Awesome, now you are ready to face the day.